Hello and welcome to a video on my channel that isn't about Star Wars. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Apologies for all the Star Wars content up the ass, but I mean I just had to. Couldn't help myself. And hey, when are we going to ever be 2 months away from the first Star Wars sequel in 30 years? Probably never again, especially on this scale, so I had to kind of just get involved and get all that stuff out while I could. But now back into some more regular content, and I'm sure there'll still be plenty more Star Wars videos, but I'll try and get some more other things up there. I've recorded things I just haven't had time to put up because I've been like, Star Wars, so yeah, apologies for that. We have a Blu-ray update here for October 2015, though really it's a Blu-ray update for August, September and October 2015. So this is 3 months worth of Blu-rays here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Blu-rays in 3 months, which isn't too bad. Yeah, that's a decent amount of stuff, and I'm really happy about all of them. So yeah, lots of different kind of labels. We've got what's this? Always forget whether it's Shout or Scream Factory. We've got Scream Factory release, my first ever Scream Factory release. We got Arrow Video stuff, Massive Cinema stuff, a Steelbook, BFI Blu-rays, Flickr Alley, Kino Video, all sorts of stuff. So let's just kick it right off with the Scream Factory slash Shout Factory release. It is of John Carpenter's Escape from New York, which I still haven't seen in its entirety. I started watching it once about a year ago, and Connie just kind of went to bed, and so I said, well, we'll finish it tomorrow, and then we never did. So yeah, I've even owned this on Blu-ray from the UK, but then I found out that the transfer was terrible, so I sold it, and I went for this one. Gorgeous cover here, I absolutely love it. You've got Kurt Russell on the front there, Lee Van Cleef as well. Really nice slipcover as well from Shout Factory, and it has 2 Blu-rays, one with the film, which has, you know, a 2K scan of the film. It has a new audio commentary with actress Adrienne Barbeau, and I don't know if I pronounce her name, but everyone has that in their videos, don't they, where they talk about an actress or an actor and they kind of just completely fudge the name up and they never know. But also has the director of photography Dean Cundy on the audio commentary. The new audio commentary also features the original audio commentary of director John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, which I'm sure is brilliant. And then another audio commentary with producer Deborah Hill and production designer Joe Alvis. So 4 ways to watch the film basically on the first disc, and then bonus features on disc 2. We have new look at the special visual effects, including interviews with people who are involved, new interview with still photographer, deleted scene, the original opening sequence, return to Escape from New York featurette, theatrical trailer, photo galleries and more. So yeah, they went all out with this one. There's been a lot of controversy around the transfer of this film. It says it's a new 2K scan of the film, but it looks noticeably different than the previous Blu-ray. The American one I'm talking about now, not the UK one. And yeah, a lot of people were kind of annoyed about that, and John Carpenter, I think himself, confirmed that the way the film should look is the way they present it on this Blu-ray. But still, I have to admit, when I see differences between the screens of this one and the original, I think, MGM Blu-ray from America, I can definitely tell the color just looks completely different. It's really weird. So I'll have to check this out, see what I think, and I might get the original Blu-ray release. It's pretty cheap, and then I'll stick it in this case and make kind of like a 3-disc deluxe set of my own kind of custom making, I guess, because it'd be nice to have 2 transfers if I don't like the look of this one. But then again, I've never seen the film in full before, so what does it really matter? I don't know. Well, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. Kurt Russell's one of my favourite actors, so yeah, can't wait to check it out when the time is right. I love to have films like this I know I'm going to love, and I've never seen before, and I just like to keep them there on the shelf, you know, just to know that one night I'll feel like, yes, that is the film I'm going to watch. And the next film we talk about will kind of tie in with that. So there we go, that's the Shout Factory release. We now have 2 from Arrow Video. And this one I've talked about in a video before. You can go check it out. It was a couple of weeks ago on my channel. I did a Friday Night Ritual video for Ryan Chataway, and I was trying to figure out what to watch, and I spotted this in the shelf, and I was like, yes, that is the film. And I got so excited because it was another one of those films that I knew I was going to love, and I just kept it there waiting for the right moment, and the right moment was perfect. Runaway Train from Arrow Video. Awesome film. Is it from the 80s? I'm pretty sure it's the 80s. It's got to be the 80s, the way the music is. Yeah, 1985. Bang, right in the middle of the 80s. Runaway Train, starring Jon Voight, Rebecca De Mornay, and of course Eric Roberts. And I believe one of them was nominated for an Oscar in this, which is ridiculous. Yeah, both Jon Voight and Eric Roberts were nominated for Oscars, which is kind of silly because their performances are a little over the top, but I did love them. And I did just love this film completely. It's about a two convicts here. We have John Voight's character and Eric Roberts' character. John Voight is kind of like the big kind of convict who like everyone kind of respects and stuff. He's like a proper criminal, and he escapes with the help of Eric Roberts' character, who's more of a kind of up and coming punk kind of character. You know, he's in prison, but you can tell he's not really a hardcore kind of like murderer or anything. And I think they say later on that he was put in prison for rape, but it was basically he just had sex with someone who was underage, and so it wasn't like a forced rape or anything. So you can kind of empathise more with Eric Roberts' character as a human, as a person, whereas John Voight, as cool as he is to kind of watch on screen, he is this utter bastard, you know. But he escapes, and he reluctantly brings along Eric Roberts with him, and they get on a train. And this prison is in the middle of Alaska; it's in the middle of nowhere. So they get onto this train, and the guy who's operating the train has a heart attack and falls off. So they're on a runaway train, say that fast 5 times, that's basically just picking up speed and going across the country. And then we have like the people who are in control of the boards, you know, the train lines and everything. They're freaking out about, you know, how it's going to crash on this bridge, you know, it's going too fast, you know, the tracks weren't made for that kind of speed over a bridge, and it's going to crash here or whatever, and what we're going to do, and all sorts of stuff happens. And most of the film takes place on the train. I love that. I'm a huge fan of train movies for some reason. They always just speak to me, and this one's no different. It's full of 80s just awesomeness with the music, but also the scenery looks fantastic. You know, this train just racing through the snowy landscapes of Alaska is just gorgeous to watch. But I love the story and the characters as well. And that's what makes it brilliant. If you want to hear more thoughts about that, you can check out my Friday Night Ritual, where I talk all about the film. But yeah, absolutely love it. And it's got, of course, as usual with Arrow, reversible artwork. I like the alternate artwork they've got on the front cover there. I flipped it around and used the original poster because I really like it, but both of them are great. And again, you got there's so much special features on this one. There's like a really long interview with John Voight, which I can't wait to watch one day. Eric Roberts is interviewed. You know, you just get so much stuff with this film. I'm not sure if there's a commentary on it. Doesn't look like there is, but tons of content. Arrow Video did another amazing job with this stack release. The next one's another Arrow Video, which I didn't even talk about last time. I don't know why, because I had it. So this one I had back in July, and it is The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. I love this film. Another 80s just awesome, you know, 80s drenched film that I just loved every second of. It's so weird, so bizarre, so original, and I defy you to watch this and then watch some of Wes Anderson's films and not see some influence from this into Wes Anderson's style of writing and humour. The kind of off-key, off-kilter kind of gags that Wes Anderson has in his films aren't really gags, but they're funny just in a weird way. They almost originated from this. You know, you got Jeff Goldblum in this film. He's just like, like he turns up to one part of the film. He's in full cowboy gear. He doesn't seem to understand that he looks ridiculous, and someone says to him like, "Oh, nice boots, partner," or something like that, and he's like, "Whoa. Was he making fun of me?" You know, just little lines like that. And there's a bit where they're walking through this building, and he's like, "What's that there for?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll tell you later." And then he never does. You know, just really weird little beats in the film. And the cast is amazing. It's like my dream cast. You've got Peter Weller. Yeah, Peter Weller here, RoboCop himself, as Buckaroo Banzai, who is a samurai sword-wielding martial artist, brain surgeon, rock star, comic book hero. Like, he's just this weird guy. Literally, race car driver. You know, he races cars. He performs brain surgery. He is a rock star in a band. He is in a comic book. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. He's just the ultimate kind of uber protagonist. You know, it's ridiculous. And Peter Weller plays him as such a weird kind of cool. Like, I can't remember some of the great lines now because it's been a couple of months since I saw it. But there's so many great lines with Peter Weller. They're just like, they're just so funny. It's just such a great, odd, weird, and wonderful film. And then you got Jeff Goldblum in a smaller part. You got John Lithgow as the villain. He's just fantastic. Who else am I thinking of? Christopher Lloyd is in this film. Oh, it's just an amazing, amazing cast. And the story is just, I mean, it's about an 8th dimension. It's about like aliens and all sorts of weird stuff going on. It's just way out there. And I got to do a full review on this film because I've watched almost all the bonus features. So, and there's a ton of great ones, commentary, documentaries, and new interviews with John Lithgow and Peter Weller, and a Q&A with Peter Weller and John Lithgow, moderated by Kevin Smith. It's a great release again by Arrow. I have to say, I love the new artwork they went for as well. I just chose the original one. Just love it. I just never really heard about it before, and it's just like one of those films I would have adored growing up. But there you go. This video is getting far too long as it is, but there's a lot of things I haven't seen on here, so let's get on with the Eureka Master of Cinema stuff. This one is now out of print, and I was lucky to get it. I bought it from eBay. Spent about 20 quid on it, which I didn't really want to spend, but it was going out of print, so I needed to grab it, and I got kind of scammed basically. They didn't even send it to me, and I thought, well, it's out of print, so maybe they made a mistake and just decided to take the money. I don't know. So I got it reversed, got my money back, and I bought it from Amazon for a similar price, around £18–19, which I'm happy to pay because I mean is it a dual format? A dual format release. It's an original release. It's got the booklet. It has 2 films, and it is spine number 22, The Insect Woman and Nishi Ginza Station. 2 films by Shohei Imamura. Now, Shohei Imamura is a great filmmaker who has about 9 films in the Massive Cinema collection, which is that huge collection you see behind me. They're all the same collection. And if you follow my channel, you know Massive Cinema and my quest to complete all of the first 100 spines of this collection, which is why I needed to grab this. I want to get them in their original form, and a box set just came out like this week called the Shohei Imamura Masterpiece Collection. It has all his films that they've released on Blu-ray and DVD. There's one that's only on DVD and is not upgraded to Blu-ray. I think A Man Vanishes. So it basically collects all of his films that have been previously released in the collection, which are all there on the shelf, except for this one now. I now have all of them, and I really want to get it just for a completer's sake because it's a nice box set. But it doesn't have a new booklet. It doesn't have physical booklets. It has a CD with a PDF of all the booklets that you get in here, like this one right here. Oh no, that's the Master Cinema brochure thing. This is how you can tell it's an original release. It has one of these Why Choose Master Cinema booklets inside. But yeah, this booklet here is in PDF form on CD in the new box set, and I believe they've lost the rights now to release his films, and so they put them all out in a big box set, and it looks nice and everything, but I'm glad that I got the original releases with the booklets and everything, because that was what really kind of swayed my decision not to get it, because I want to have the physical booklets as well. So there you go, 2 films by Shohei Imamura. I'm glad to finally have that and own all of his films in the collection, which I believe are now all going out of print. So grab them while you can, that's all I'm saying. Haven't seen these yet, but I'm looking forward to them. Another one is an early kind of release, which I got in September. I bought this in the BFI shop. Went to see Buster Keaton's Steamboat Bill Jr. in the BFI with fellow YouTuber James Merchant. Shout out to him. If you haven't seen his channel, I'll try and remember to leave a link to his channel down below. He's a great YouTuber. I stayed with him one night in September, and we went to see Steamboat Bill Jr. and there was a shop in there in the BFI, and I was looking around and I thought, I got to get this because this is usually quite expensive on Amazon and stuff. It doesn't usually drop to a low price, and it was I think £12, so I thought I'd jump on it because it's an early release. It's spine number 18, Les Amish. I think it's an Italian film, yeah, by Michelangelo Antonioni. I have another one of his films, something, I've forgotten what it's called now, but it has a saying cover with a circular thing, and I think it's like the spine number before or after this. So I was glad to pick this one up as well. Don't know anything about it, so I'm not really going to waste time kind of looking at the back and trying to sum up the plot when I've never even seen the film or know what it's about, but I'm sure I will enjoy it. I mean, the collection has yet to disappoint me. I've yet to see a film in the Massive Cinema range that is not you know, at least very good, if not masterpieces. You know, it's like masterpiece after masterpiece and great film after great film. So I've yet to be disappointed, and I hope that this one isn't the one that will disappoint me. I'm hoping none of them will, but anyway, there's that one, so I was glad to pick that one up. And then there's 2 more, which I got from Zavvi. Why Zavvi? No. Well, if you've seen Videodrome, and you've seen James Woods' stomach in Videodrome, this spine looked like James Woods' stomach in Videodrome when it arrived from Zavvi. I mean, it was like, oh, I can't even replicate it because it needs to be closed on both edges, and this was just bursting open, but with the tops shut. I mean, it just looked like it exploded. Luckily, it's okay. When you shut it, it still kind of opens a little bit, but otherwise, it's fine. But I was just like, oh my god, Zavvi! Like, why did I order from Zavvi? Well, because it was cheap. So the first one I got from Zavvi was Les Silence de la Mer. Again, probably butchered the pronunciation on that one. This is a French film. Yes, it is. Jean-Pierre Melville. So this is an old film. I think it's from the it's the 40s. I thought it was a 30s film. Yeah, from 1949, and I believe this is something to do with World War II, as you can probably tell from the kind of style of the cover. And but yeah, this is another early one in the collection. It's number 28, and it was pretty damn cheap, so I thought I would grab it while I could. And I'm trying to now focus on the earlier spines in the collection and kind of build my way up and not go for the films I want first. And kind of, because the films in this collection, they keep going out of print, and so I keep feeling the need to grab the earlier ones before they go out of print. So yeah, nothing more to say about that one really. And then finally we have one which is out of print, filmed by Pier Paolo Pasolini. Again, probably butchered the name. It's Oedipus Rex. And you can only guess what this film is probably about. This one is spine number 39, but again, it's going out of print. Eureka have said not to panic by this one because it might come out again, so maybe they're doing a Pasolini box set or something like that. But I want to, again, grab the original release with the booklet and everything, and it was already going for quite expensive prices on Amazon, but they had it on Zavvi for a fairly decent price, so coupled with that one and with some discount, then I got it for a decent price. So again, not much more to say about this one because I haven't seen it yet, but 4 more to add to the massive cinema collection. And I now have, I believe, 32 more to get to complete the first 100 spines, or even 30. I think it's 32. I've made a wish list on Amazon, which is really handy, by the way. If you're trying to like complete a collection of something and they're all on Amazon, make a wish list, put them all on there. Not so people can buy them for you, but so that you can monitor kind of the prices and stuff. You keep going back to the wish list, and you can order your list in terms of the lowest price. And so you can. It's a real easy way to keep track of stuff if you're looking for things that you want to get at a certain price, or any number of Blu-rays. I guess the wish list is good for that function. But for me, it's been brilliant to kind of, okay, these are the ones I need to get. Put them all in a list. You know, rank them by price, and then match them to other places, so I can kind of have a good, you know, a good strategy on what to buy next kind. So I think I've got 32 left, which I think I can hopefully achieve by the end of next year, I'm hoping. And also, fingers crossed, nothing major goes properly out of print, which I have to spend a lot of money on. Now we have a Steelbook, which I'm not going to spend too much time on. It's the Avengers Age of Ultron Steelbook. This completes, or continues to complete, and update my Marvel Cinematic Universe Steelbook collection. I've got all of them. I've got The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America 1, Thor, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Captain America 2, Thor 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then this Avengers Age of Ultron. So I'll have to try and get Ant-Man as well when it comes out. Really nice steelbook. I'll quickly show it to you if you're not going to check out my review of it, because that's why I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I've done a full review of this Blu-ray, both a look at the steelbook and a complete review of all the special features and the film itself, so you can check that video out. I'll probably might even try and post it today or tomorrow, just to kind of couple it with this video. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I love the film. The special features, you can hear more about that in the review of it. So that's that. Now we have a bunch of silent films right here. So if you're looking forward to my Silent Movie Marathon 2, which I don't know when it'll be coming because it's going to be so long. It's such a long video. But it's, yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled the films I'm going to watch, you know, if you're into silent films, or you know, you just want to be, you know, surprised with what I'm watching, then thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate it. And if you want to stick around, fair enough. I have 6 Blu-rays here that I watched all in this Silent Movie Marathon 2. The first one is a double pack of films. It is The Great White Silence and The Epic of Everest. Now these are 2 fantastic Blu-ray releases. I wanted to get both of them, and they were both around £15 each. And then I looked on Zavvi, and they had a double pack of both of them for like £11. And then again with discount it was like £10. So that was awesome. And also I knew that it would be the original releases just with the slip box. And with Zavvi you can never trust them to not damage your stuff. So I was prepared for this to be damaged and just throw it away and just have the 2 releases for cheaper. But it wasn't in too bad condition, so I'm keeping it around for now. But yeah, nice little slip box, nothing special. So we've got The Great White Silence here and The Epic of Everest. These are 2 silent documentaries from 1924. The difference is, though, is that The Epic of Everest was filmed in 1924 and The Great White Silence was filmed in, I think, 1910, 1911. And it was kind of loads of video that was shot in a South Pole expedition. Is it South Pole or North Pole? Pretty sure South Pole. Yeah, South Pole. Sorry. It was loads of video that this guy shot. Herbert Ponting, was it? Yeah, Herbert Ponting shot loads of video during the South Pole expedition that lasted years, and it ended with a kind of tragic ending. And over the next like 20-30 years, he released all the footage in various different ways, in lectures. He made them into films, and this is kind of the most popular one, I guess. Is the, however long it is, hour and 40 minutes, and it's just, I mean, the Epic of Everest is fantastic. It covers an Everest expedition in 1924, and it is just incredible imagery in this film. But this one is one of the best. Oh, I mean, it's just a masterpiece. I don't want to talk too much about it because I talk all about them in the Silent Movie Marathon too. So again, if you want to hear more thoughts on that, I will probably be releasing that video in separate parts as well, so you'll probably be able to easily find where I talk about these. But two fantastic documentaries. This one was just so special. So special. I can't wait to watch it again one day when I feel like it, because it was just such a great experience and awesome. Really fascinating stuff. And also in September I went to see the new film Everest, so it was really interesting to see the Epic of Everest, a real-life documentary about a tragic Everest expedition, and then a film that well, it's not fiction, but a film where people are acting out a real-life kind of tragic expedition to Everest. So kind of had a bit of an Everest double bill over the past couple of months. Next we have one of my favourite actors slash directors of all time, Buster Keaton, in College. This is a really great one. I enjoyed it a lot, and it comes out with a little slip box there, very nice, and some cool special features. Audio commentary by a film historian, a visual essay on the film, and a film called The Scribe, which is an industrial film sponsored by the Construction Safety Association of Ontario, which is believed to be Buster Keaton's last ever filmed performance in 1966. So that's an interesting kind of random feature they've thrown on there, but I really enjoyed this one. I won't say too much more about it. Next we have another couple of BFI releases. We have a double bill, The Soviet Influence, Battleship Potemkin, and Drifters by John Grierson. And of course Battleship Potemkin is by Sergei Eisenstein, one of the most famous silent films I think out there. You know, I mean, it is an absolute masterpiece. It's a propaganda film, but it's incredible. I mean, I just loved it. I mean, the Odessa Step sequence, amazing, incredible. You know, the editing style was fantastic, and I talk about that more in the video, obviously. But this is a really great set. And Drifters, I really liked. It was about, I think, 40 minutes long, 41 minutes long, and it's a legit, straight-up documentary about a fishing group in the UK. And I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting. But Battleship Potemkin, absolute masterpiece, and the Blu-ray looked fantastic. Then we have The Adventures of Prince Achmed. Now, I don't want to spoil too much about the Silent Movie Marathon 2, but this has got to be one of my new favourite films of all time. I adored this film so much. It is the first ever animated film, or animated feature-length film. There were two more, I believe, earlier in Argentina that were made, but they've been lost. So this is technically the oldest surviving first ever feature-length animated film, and it was made by a woman, Lotte Reiniger, who is this woman who made this kind of style of animation. She created it basically. It's basically black pieces of cardboard, just moved, you know, in stop motion style against like coloured backgrounds, and the amount of detail that she's able to get out of black pieces of cardboard and a pair of scissors is just unbelievable. It really is. And the music, and it's an original score as well, which I was so happy about. I love it when a silent film has its original score on the Blu-ray on DVD, because it kind of, you know, you feel like, okay, this is how it was experienced 100%. And it was by Wolfgang Zeller, and it's an incredible score. And it's a brilliant adventure film. It's just one of the best adventure films I've seen. It's just fantasy adventure. It's taken from, you know, Arabian Nights, that kind of, those tales, and loved it. It's only about an hour long as well. You should just give it a chance. You really should. And this Blu-ray looks fantastic. So, yeah, that was a revelation to me. Love this film. And finally, a Flicker Alley release is A Trip to the Moon. This came out as a Steelbook a few years ago, and it went way out of print. It goes for like $100 now, and I really wanted that Steelbook, and I was gutted because, as far as I was aware, the only way to get this on Blu-ray was by getting the Steelbook. And then I was looking a couple of months ago to see if the Steelbook had gone down in price. It hadn't. And I saw that they had a regular release for a fairly decent price. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but I thought, oh, I didn't realize they released it regularly. And then I saw they did this Criterion case for it, and I just thought, I got to get it. And then you open it up, and it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous release. Great booklet, inside artwork. You get, I think, a Blu-ray and DVD. Let's take the Blu-ray out and check. Yeah, DVD. It is region locked though, so I have a region free player with me now, so I could watch it. Just so you know, in case you want to get it. The not that anyone is probably going to go rush out and buy College, but this is region free, like most of Kino Video's Blu-ray releases, thankfully. But this one is region locked. It also it features a trip to the moon. If you don't know what Trip to the Moon is, it is one of the earliest films. Well, not one of the earliest films, but it's one of the earliest famous films of all time, from 1902, directed by French director and visionary Georges Méliès, who was more of a kind of stage magician, and he worked that into his film. So this is a really great imaginative short film. It's about 15 to 16 minutes long. Has the famous shot of the moon face with the rocket flying into its eye and stuff. And if you've seen the film Hugo, then you'll definitely kind of know a little bit about this film, at least, because Georges Méliès is in the film Hugo, which I loved, by the way. I love that film so much. And this has a feature-length documentary called The Extraordinary Voyage, I believe. Yeah, let me just double check. Wait, no. Brand new, yeah, fascinating new documentary, yeah, because there's quite a few other films on here. Well, two more. So we got another short by Méliès called The Eclipse from 1904, and The Astronomer's Dream from 1898. Astronomer's Dream is awesome. I love that one. It's really, really cool visual stuff. And yeah, the documentary is called The Extraordinary Voyage, which I believe is a 60-odd minute documentary about the making of the film, basically, and it includes interviews with contemporary filmmakers, including Michel Gondry, who's awesome, and a few other people. I'm not sure if Martin Scorsese was involved in this in some way. I'm sure he was. Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, I need to check out all the features. I'm really dying to watch them, but again, there's only so much time in the day. So there we go, Trip to the Moon. It feels awesome to own this piece of film history on Blu-ray for sure. But yeah, and it looks. Oh, the only thing I don't like about this, actually, the Blu-ray of this has in high definition glorious transfer of the original tinted version of the film with the color tinting from 1902. Now a couple of times you can see that they digitally put the tinting in because they didn't have the frames, but a lot of it is the original color tinting, which is really fucking cool. But the score is by this French, like, where is it? Air. A French group. They're just like this weird kind of like avant-garde band, and they just created a really weird score for it, which just wasn't fitting at all. It does have the film in black and white if you want to check it out, and there's a couple of different like sound options, but it's a shame they didn't have those other sound options available to watch with the color version. But yeah, anyway, that was a minor niggle, and that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I shouldn't wait like 3 months to do every single Blu-ray update, and I've just forgotten one which I have right up here very quickly. Our Academy release, My Darling Clementine. I haven't watched this yet. I really want to, but again, just kind of keeping it on the shelf for when it becomes a moment of inspiration where I'm like, yes, I'm going to watch that tonight. Starring Henry Fonda, John Ford film, another Wyatt Earp film. Really nice release. I like it a lot. And it also features a bonus film, I think, Frontier Marshal, which stars Cesar Romero, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Disc 2, Frontier Marshal, yeah. It stars Randolph Scott, but I know Cesar Romero is in it. It also has a different version of the film, the pre-release version of the film. So, great Blu-ray. Don't know if it's a great film, but I'm sure it is, because I've heard great things about it, and I love old westerns. I really need to kind of brush up on my westerns, and this is definitely going to be one to be a part of that brushing up, I guess. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm out of breath and my mouth is dry, so I'm looking forward to going and get a nice cool drink of water and to edit this video and put it up onto YouTube. Yeah, it's been exhausting this week with all the Star Wars stuff, and I'm working on some proper video editing jobs as well, so I'm sorry for the lack of proper movies, Blu-ray content that I usually put out, but what can I say, it's just that period where I had to get all the Star Wars stuff out and work on the other things I'm working on. So, thank you for watching. This is it. Goodbye.
So you might say he's a really nice guy, really, but if fucking don't cut shit with me. He says he's really cool, but I think he's a tool.